are 7 different divisions that you can compete in at NRL Hunter UK matches. The first of which that we'll cover in this video is factory division. So what is factory division? Simply put, factory division involves rifles with a maximum weight limit of 12 pounds that are in their complete factory configuration. Now, while we wait for the UK rules to be posted to the website, if you want to have a close look at the factory division rules, you can go to nrlhunter.org. We fully expect that the factory division rules will be followed for the UK rules also. So, this rifle that you see in front of you is my Begara Wilderness HMR. It is not a factory legal rifle because it weighs considerably more than 12 pounds. However, if it did weigh under 12 pounds, this rifle would be a good example of a factory rifle. The reason being, the action, the barrel, the stock or chassis if it was on a different rifle, the bolt, the bottom metal, the trigger, everything is factory configuration on this rifle. The only change that has been made to this rifle is the addition of a Picatinny rail on the fore end for the attachment of a bipod. But this is allowed within our factory division rules because it has been attached using the existing attachment point that came from the factory. And that holds true for any rifle that is on our pre-approved list of factories. If you have a mounting point on the rifle that is part of the factory configuration, you can add any additional part onto that rifle. Picatinny rails is one good example. Arca rails would be another. You could even add extra weight onto the rifle if you felt that that would help. But the rifle cannot be changed from its normal configuration. For example, you couldn't sand down the barrel channel to try and shave some weight off the stock. Okay, that would be tampering with the configuration as it came from the factory and would put you outside of the factory division. You could add a cheek riser if you wished. But again, it would have to be an addition using existing mounting points on the rifle. Okay, something else that you need to be very mindful of. This rifle is threaded. However, if your rifle from the factory is not threaded, you cannot have that alteration done. Okay, you're going to have to shoot the rifle without a muzzle device. If it is threaded and capped, and does not come with a muzzle device such as a brake or a moderator, you can use the threads to attach an aftermarket muzzle device, be it a brake or a moderator or maybe a tuner. Okay. However, if the rifle is threaded and comes with either a brake or a moderator and does not have a cap, very important, does not have a cap for the threads, then you must use the rifle in that configuration with that muzzle device. You cannot change it for a different muzzle device. Okay. If, however, and this is the case with the Begara Wilderness, the rifle comes with a muzzle device, in this example a brake, plus a cap, which again this rifle does have a cap in the box when it comes from the factory, you can remove this muzzle device and add your own aftermarket muzzle device, again, be it a brake or a moderator. Okay, so some other things to consider if you're wanting to shoot in the factory division. On occasion, you need to change your barrel because you've shot out your previous barrel. If you do that and you want to remain in the factory division, you have to buy a barrel from the manufacturer, from the actual factory for your rifle, and it has to be the same length, the same contour, everything the same as if it had come from the factory. What else? There is no minimum power factor for the factory division. However, there are some other boundaries that you need to work within. So for example, although there is no minimum power factor, the rifle must be chambered in a minimum caliber of 6mm .243. Okay, it cannot be any lower than that. And your cartridge overall length must be 2.7 inches as a minimum. Maximum muzzle velocity also applies as it does for other divisions, and that's set at 3,275 feet per second. And although we won't be interested in minimum power factor, you can, like I say, shoot in factory division, excuse me, stumbling over my words, with any power factor. We will take your power factor at the match, because what we are going to do is use that in the event of a tie break. Okay, so that's factory division. If you've got any questions, please drop those into the comments section below, and we'll see you on the next video, which will be open light.